Okay, Missionary Portuguese lesson 13. I'm going to try this with a split screen. I think next time I'll make the letters bigger so that I can just easily go back and forth between what we're memorizing and what the text is. So this is from Preach My Gospel, the introductory page. We've been going through this and we're finally on the last paragraph of this page. So that's great. So let's start here. So we finished off here. Right there we finished off. So, O Señor, the Lord. And remember, when you have an R at the end of a sentence, you kind of do it with a ch sound in the back of your throat. O Señor. O Señor. If you can't do it, that's fine. Most Americans don't do it, but you know, to sound a little more native, you can say, O Señor, o abençoará. Abençoará. This little squiggly at the bottom of the C tells you that this is a S sound. O abençoará. So the Lord will bless you. This RA at the end is the future conjugation. So let's talk about future conjugation. We know the word abençoar means to bless. Okay, abençoar means to bless. And now if we're talking about the future tense of an AR verb, okay, then we're talking about abençoará. No, eu abençoar. You know what? We better. I know I'm going to regret not doing this earlier. So I'm going to use ChatGPT. And I'm going to ask, give me the conjugations of the future tense of AR verbs in Portuguese. And then this will point it out better for us, right? All right. So that's the chart there. So I can refer back to this because I'm trying to remember myself. Mostly because when I speak in the future in Portuguese, I always say it a different way. O Senhor o abençoará. I would say it, O Senhor vai abençoar você. Because that's easier, right? Ele vai, he will bless you, is the same as saying o abençoará, o abençoará. So in this case, I is eu abençoarei. So you add the EI ending, right? You, let's go back to our chat GPT. You, in the to form, would be as, as, and in the you form, você, you would do it with the A like this. So you would be either as, abençoarás in the to form, right? And abençoará in the você form. Okay? And then he, she, and it would be future. So we want to say future here so that when you're memorizing, you can know that's what you're trying to conjugate. It's the same as você. It's a. O senhor, senhora, same as você. A. And then nós falaremos. Okay, so in this case, abençoaremos. So it's the EMOS. Emos. nós. And then the they will, it's the abençoarão. And all you're doing is you're adding to the R. So it's like you say the full verb, abençoar, and then you're adding these endings to it, okay? Let's see, this doesn't look right here. Let me look at this here, this right here. Eu abençoarei. Abençoarei. Você abençoará. Tu abençoarás. Ele abençoará. Ela abençoará. Nós abençoaremos. And eles, vocês, elas, and vocês. Vocês abençoarão. Abençoarão. Okay? So that's the future of AR verbs. And in this sentence, the Lord will bless you à medida que você se dedicar humildemente. À medida que is to the measure that. To the measure, because medida means measure. Okay? Que is that. Você se dedicar. Dedicate yourself. This is a reflexive verb. Se dedicar. Humildemente. Humildemente. Humbly. You know that the mente, anytime it has an ly ending, it's going to be, in English, it's going to be an ente ending. In Portuguese, a servi-lo, to serve him. O Senhor o abençoará. The Lord will bless you à medida que você, to the measure that you se dedicar humildemente, dedicate yourself humbly a servi-lo, to serve him. To serve him. We'll get into these connections later. They're a little difficult, so we're not going to make that big of a deal about them right now. Okay? So we learned the future conjugation of AR verbs. Whatever the verb is, final with a. You, whatever the verb is, add an a. He, she, whatever the verb is, add an a. Nós, add an amos. Eles, vocês, add an to the whatever the verb is. So if it's falar, just like in our example that ChatGPT gave us, then it's eu falarei, tu falarás, ele, ela, você falará, nós falaremos, vós falareis, eles, elas, vocês falarão. Okay? And it's true for every single AR verb. Ajudar. Eu ajudarei. Você ajudará. Nós ajudaremos. Vocês ajudarão. In the next video, I don't think we're going to do the next sentence. I think what we'll do is we'll talk about how we normally say it, at least in Brazil, in the future tense, using the word or the verb to go, which is the ir verb. We'll talk about that next time. So that's lesson 13.